Hi, this is for cloud computing assignment 1, and I'm going to record for my assignment 1 submission. First, I'm going to show my team members' Albert profile. So this is me, and I'm doing this project as a team of only myself. Then I will show the architecture of the my system. So the website is stored in S3. So in S3 here, I store the S3 is hosting my website and store the SS and the HTML file, which holds this file, this HTML file, and the second architecture component is API gateway, which is a gateway to the Lambda function LF0, and it's hosting on AWS API gateway, and it's the endpoint is chatbot, and we have a post request for posting method, and it is hooked to Lambda function 0. So here is a code for Lambda function 0. So it basically connect with Lex bot and get the bot ID and alias, and it got the session ID according to IP and user headers to continue a continuous connection, which can keep the session ID being consistent. And there's OK response and error response, and Lambda handler function handles the call from the front end and extract the text from the user request, and it calls the Lex recognize text API to get a response from Lex, and it returns the OK message from the Lex responses. And then the component is Lex. So here is a Lex bot dining concierge bot, and it has mainly 4 intents. So the greeting intent and thank you intent are just completion fulfillment intents. So the only thing I said is fulfillment, which means like they don't really detect the utterance like hello, hi there. They will, after they fulfilled the request, they will send corresponding message. Then it's the main intent dining suggestion intent. It detects utterance like these, and which suggests for showing some restaurants when the user give these kind of prompts. And so the slots are location, cuisine, dining time, party size, and email. And it calls after fulfillment from the Lambda function from LF1. Then I got a thank you intent, which have these kind of arguments for thank you intent, and it's only active after fulfillment. So the Lex bot is configured to call Lambda function 1. So here is a code for Lambda function 1. Basically it kind of get the message from the it handles the different intents. So first it gets extract the payload from the slots, and after it got the slots values from the user, it will make some validations of this location and cuisine. So which basically take the location and check if these are in all locations. If not, it will ask the user to enter location again. Then it will generate a payload and send the payload to the SQS queue, and so the Lambda handler function handles different kind of intents from the user's input and give corresponding responses. Yeah, here's the code. Then next component is SQS. So for SQS, I got two queues. One is dining concierge queue, one is dining concierge letter queue. So this queue is used to store messages, store payload from the API user's call, and send the payload to other downstream services. And then there's a Lambda function too. So here's code for Lambda function 2. It will take these environment variables. It will instantiate the OpenSearch connection, and it will receive message from the message queue. And here's just some utility functions. And we will first search OpenSearch according to the user's payload. It will search for in OpenSearch. We'll search for Cuisine and the business ID. And after you got the business ID, it can query DynamoDB for the details of the according to the business ID, and generate other fields like business ID, name, address, coordinates, and number of reviews, and etc. It will convert the DynamoDB attribute value to Python dictionary and reorder them according to the input order, and return them as list of dictionaries as results, which is the dining suggestions for different restaurants, and have a function for formatting the records to email HTML. And then a function for sending the email. And basically this process one message is to extract one message from the Lambda from the message queue, and it will take this information, and according to this information it will query the databases and generate an email and send to the users through SDS. Search open search, and pick those selected restaurant IDs, and enrich information from DynamoDB and formatting to HTML, and send the email. And here's function for the Lambda handler, which is just calling the process one message, and after if the response of processing message is okay, it will delete the message from the message queue and increase the processed count. Otherwise, it will log the exception and given some details for further error analysis. Yeah. So because I implemented that letter queue, so if the email is not if you enter invalid email for like three, it will try sending an email for 3 times. If it's still not valid, it still has to get error. This request will be added to the dead letter queue, and which means it will not delete the message, and SQS will add this message to the dead letter queue automatically. It automatically handles that. Yeah, then I will show the this is the DynamoDB. I got a table called Yelp Restaurants, and these data I fetched from Yelp API, and it stores 200 restaurants with different with 5 different cuisine close to the Manhattan area, and I store all these data. And here is the OpenSearch instance, Elasticsearch. You can query from this URL, from this URL. Okay, and so Lambda function 2 will be called by the Amazon Event Bridge. I have a Event Bridge scheduler to schedule every 1 minute to call the Lambda function 2, which will pull the request from the SQS and send the emails. It will pull 1 minute every 1 minute. And then I will show an end-to-end workflow. So here's the chatbot Concierge. So if I type hello, it will recognize as a greeting intent and say hi, how can I help? Then I will type give me some restaurants. Then it will ask for which city am I in. I will say Manhattan. So I will test some error if I enter it doesn't exist city. If enter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it will say I didn't recognize the location. Can provide Manhattan, New York City area location. So I will say Manhattan, and it will recognize it and say what cuisine. And if I type a cuisine does not exist, like this kind of gibberish, because I don't have that cuisine on file, I'll try one like Japanese, Italian, or American, and I'll say I'll try Japanese. Then it will ask for time. I say 2:30 p.m. How many people? I will say 2 people. What email? And I type my email. And then it said, got it. I'll email my email a list of Japanese places in Manhattan around 2:30 for 2 people. Okay, then so let me check if it's in the in my queue. Let me refresh it, and so I think it's already in the queue, but send and receive message, pull for message. I think it's already handled. It's already pulled by the event bridge trigger, so I can see the message here. But anyway, if I check the monitor from Lambda function 2, if I see the logs, to the latest log, there's no error here, so I think there's no error here, so I just check my email, see if I received that email. Yeah, so here it says Japanese picks for me. Here are 3 Japanese restaurants in Manhattan. It's sent from this another email. I registered as AWS account, and it will register. It will send me the 3 restaurants, and I can see the ratings and the location of the restaurants here. Yeah. And now let me try a different workflow. So let me try if I enter an invalid email. I'll quickly enter the information again. Grayson, Italian, 2:30 p.m. 2 people. If I say like this is wrong email at email.com. It still says got it, I'll send an email, but because it doesn't recognize this is not a valid email, but it will if I check my queue, dining concierge queues, it says there's 1 message here. So because the email is not valid, so it will not be deleted from the queue, so I can still see it in the queue right now. So after 3 attempts of sending the email from SQL service, this request will be moved to the dead letter queue, and so now it's still here because the 3 attempts have not been finished yet. So it's here in the it's still here in my original queue, and it's received this is strong email and the Italian Manhattan food. This is the item here. If I check my dead letter queue, I got 5 message. I don't think it will appear here instantly because the 3 attempts has not all been tried and failed yet. So I believe the test run email will not be here yet. But let me check. This is the previous wrong email that I sent. Because my latest request hasn't finished being tried yet, so it will not appear in the dead letter queue. But this test case that I previously ran will be in the dead letter queue, which is a wrong email, which is a bad email that SES service cannot recognize. Yeah, I think. Configuration. Okay. I will quickly show my Lambda functions configurations. So for Lambda function 0, I will show the permission. I will show the in some environment variables, it is calling the leg spot, so it has information about leg spot. And for lambda function 1, it is only calling the it is only interact with SQSQ to dump the message to the queue, so it will only use the this dining concierge queue. For lambda function 2, it is using other services like OpenSearch and SQS, SES, DynamoDB, so it has all these configurations as environment variables. This dining concierge queue has a data to queue, this dining concierge data to queue. Okay, I think that's it.